Alright, just like that, we're back. So, if you didn't hear it already, this is going to be a viewer-requested replay game that I'm going to cast. I figured I'd do it for fun. Have the game set up here, ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and switch things over. We're going to go ahead, hit watch replay, and just roll with it. It does appear to be an all-pick game, so this is going to be something very unusual. Been doing a lot of, obviously, drafted games. Team play. I'm not going to take advantage of the directed camera. I'm going to go free camera style here. So, well, I guess, can I remove these? Well, I guess not. Yes, it does make for really good casting practice, which is something any caster would be, or should be, happy to do. So, happy to get some practice in, of course. This is going to be a little more rambunctious than I'm used to. They're going to go, even though it's showing the drafting screen, they're just going to roll right through it here. I have Special Eyes, Pet Frog, Dab Life, 808. We got Clan Zetiv, oh sorry, Down to Fuck, Aces, Peaches, Immersion, Zan, which I believe is the holder of the replay, if I do remember correctly. Fizzban and Alexander, they are holding off a couple of picks here. It looks like on the dire side, they're going to go with the Storm Spirit, as well as a Slark. We never get to see Slark played. Bloodseeker comes in, don't get to see him played ever, and Bounty Hunter. So it's going to be nice. I get to actually use my vocal cords to say other names that I never get to say, like Slark. I never use the word Slark in casting nowadays, because we just don't get to see it. Maybe we'll get lucky and see a keeper. They're kind of just taking it slow. They like to play the counter pick game here. Obviously, a lot of the more popular heroes are free game, such as the Elder Titan and such. The first official pick is going to be the Wind Ranger, and it's going to be hard as we walk into the game here to figure out how I'm going to do the introductions. I will have to pretty much wait for everyone to select. We are going to see the newest hero to the game, or one of two newest heroes in the game, the Ember Spirit, potentially picked up here by the Dire. But this is going to be fun. We're going to see a real pub-style game. It's going to be a little bit out of the norm for what you'll see me cast, and yeah, we'll just add a little bit more diversity here. A couple of the early pickups. We got a Slardar being picked up by Alexander. Fizzban has picked up the Kunkka. Forgive me one moment here as I quickly switch over my controls. I forgot I actually played a little Dota. And I'm just going to switch over to my casting hotkeys here. Very nice. Alright, as the radio proceeds, we see that Zan has definitely claimed the bottom lane as a Bloodseeker, something we don't see typically too often. Usually Bloodseeker likes to fill the mid lane, but he's going to roll bottom right now. I love the mask he's got here. I have the same thing. Actually, I think I'm giving away that mask soon in the near future. So if you like what you see there, which I think is super neat, it's almost like a praying mantis style, I'll be giving away a set much like that on my stream in the near future. Peaches, picking up the ever so sweet Wind Ranger in the bottom lane. Looks like Bounty Hunter's floating around the mid. Is there a battle of the mid here? Something we see typically in pubs. Alexander and the Slark floating around mid as well. And you have Fizzban with the Kunkka hanging around the top lane for your dire side. I have Special Eyes. And Special Eyes is playing the Storm Spirit on your top lane. We got Pet Frog, close cousin of Ice Frog, playing the Faceless Void in the top lane. Looks like he's going to be accompanied by Dab Life, 808 on the Silencer. In your bottom lane for the dire side, we have Slark, played by Aces of Clan Zev, and his brother Down to Fuck in the Fountain as the Vengeful Spirit, using a TP to head bottom right now. The game has begun. This is going to be great camera practice, as with a pub, you can't really see a lot of kills gumming. You just see a lot of unorthodox play and balls to the wall action here, so no surprises. Storm Spirit should have the upper hand in this lane going against the measly little Slardar. He's going to look to get that level 6 early and be able to bounce around the game and absolutely go pub style. On the enemy team, meanwhile, these close friends and comrades, Clan Zev, guarding out the creeps very nicely. A bit of a pullback here, but the tower is doing damage to the wave early. This will cause the Radiant lane to push pretty hard, but obviously no one is planting wards in the jungle to block the creeps, so if they choose to, they can go make the pull. But I mean, with the Wind Ranger like this, with a magic wand early, which is kind of unusual, but well, we're going to roll with that. Meanwhile, in the top lane, you can see that Fizzban is going to be the one to pursue all the last hits for his lane, eating a little bit of damage from the Silencer. Bounty Hunter, typically you would see in this off-lane solo. You want him to get that level 6 early to get the track gold for the rest of his team, but he's going to be joining Kunkka here. Typically in this kind of setup, you ideally would want to see someone like the Kunkka make the mid lane appearance, but he's going to roll at the top, throws out the early torrent. I forgot the name of the spell there for a moment. Mid lane, let's go ahead and throw up the last hits. Indeed, the Storm Spirit is leading 9-0 to Slardar's 3-2, so Slardar is having a bit of trouble right there. Early harassment here. The torrent will miss in the top lane. Meanwhile, bottom, our star of the show's lane, he's pretty weak right now, sitting back near the trees, forced to be gimped here. Has consumables, taking his time before deciding to use more of them. And VS with 2 wards in hand, potentially looking to make what I would think a ward placement here is. It's feeling pretty aggressive here. I mean, I guess they feel cautious that a potential gank could come in from Slardar, but they're going to roll with that ward on the outside. I'm not sure if this is LPQ, so I don't know if I can answer your question. If you could tell me how to find out, I'd be happy to answer it for you. But right now, it's just typical pub-style AP, viewer-requested game. And we got our first action here in the mid lane. A little bit of pull. Makes Alexander pull the trigger on the stun to get back. A little bit of danger, but nothing he can't get away from. I'm feeling a little bit like this top dire lane is going to be fighting over last hits. You have 2 heroes that benefit from getting early XP and gold. Ideally, you'd like to see the Silencer come around the corner over here and start to pull the lane in his favor. And I do miss the first blood, but guess what? It's a replay, ladies and gentlemen. I can hit back a little bit, and now I'm going to get the first blood. Talk about practice. So a bit of action about to come out here in the bottom lane. Czar pushing ahead, getting a little bit of last hits here. Peaches, no shackle shot handy just yet, but this VS, what are you doing? Just kind of aimlessly farming, and will pay the price, and there was your first blood. Just a bit of a careless act by VS. I wasn't expecting, just hanging around too long. Ate a couple auto attacks and a power shot, easily cleaned things up. Now, as I was saying before, top lane, it's a bit of an unusual matchup. No one really making the pulls. Don't need to worry about any sort of creeps or wards or counter warding or whatever. Mid lane, Storm Spirit. It's going to be the one true hope for his team. They're having a bit of rough early laning phase. He's going to have to begin to step it up. Already is bottling very nicely. Has a haste. No bottle anywhere in sight for Slardar. And even though the Radiant do have the ward on the rune, he's not really taking advantage. He is eating a lot of damage here in the mid lane. Might be forced to step back. No surprises that he's having a struggle in this lane matchup. Meanwhile, your bottom lane, Zan eats a stun. Slark putting on the hurtin'. Lays out the leaf to Shackle flies. They're trying to make a turnaround here. Great power shot, really low, but he will finish off the Tsar. Peaches gets redemption, taking out the Slark. Zan should have probably turned around and potentially got one swat in. It seemed pretty inevitable that he was going to die. If you get that swat in, maybe there's a chance you get the last hit, but unfortunately it didn't work out. They will trade 1 for 1 as Storm Spirit picks up the Illusion Rune in the top lane. The Todd 85, there is no NEL game yet active, so we are waiting on that. Mott is definitely coming on and casting NEL this evening around 9 o'clock Eastern. This is merely one request game that I'm doing for a viewer while we wait for some NEL action later. A bit of practice and a bit of a warm-up, if you will. Gotta take this shit. Dedication, everybody. Meanwhile, Peaches, happy to get a couple of kills under her belt. Moving ahead quickly. Gonna go for the phase boots, it looks like. Meanwhile, top lane, a bit of aggression. Dable Freeboy, Dable Bow 8. Salves up, steps back, eating a little bit too much damage. Meanwhile, mid lane Bounty Hunter steps to the mid, trying to assert his force and give a little space for a Slardar. Slardar knows he's losing this lane pretty much, and he knows he needs assistance. Bounty Hunter's here to try to do that, but Storm Spirit's already pretty strong. Does the pull in. Now he's got to be careful. He is not level 6 yet. No, he is level 6. He doesn't have his ultimate. What the hell? Can't get away. Meanwhile, Peaches does fall in the bottom lane. Oh, wow. Okay, let's hold on. Let's take this back here. Now, what can we say? It's a bit unusual that Specialize is a level 6 Storm Spirit and opts not to get the level 6. That might have been a mistake, but it will cost him here. Maybe they know he doesn't have it. He's going to try to get away right here. A bit of a graphic glug. Looks kind of funny. Eats the stun, the hit. Tries to make a run for it. Nice bash! Gets back and away and managed to live. Turns around. Alexander will end up falling. Wow. Really hard time for Slaughter. Meanwhile, we're going to fast back a little bit right here and see what happened in the bottom lane. Bottom lane, VS did fall. Slark makes a jump in on a very weak Peaches. Pulls the magic wand, but will it be enough? It will not. They step in, get the auto attack, and now they have their focus on Czar. He will back up, unable to save his friend in need. Does he have silence? It looks like he does. Didn't really care to use it on himself or on the Wind Ranger. Bit unusual action there, so very sloppy, you know. Kotlguy, I recently started playing support. Do you have any vices synonymous? Nope, not unless you care to know any sort of advice about Kotl. I don't think I am the type of person to contribute a lot. All I would say is don't get greedy, don't go for Midas early all the time. Make sure you help your team out with what they need. If they ask for a ward, just get the ward. You know, just play that support. You got to be very selfless. Who cares if you can feed away some early kills? You know, don't get discouraged. Just hang in there and hang tough. I don't really know what else to say about supporting. Meanwhile, Czar, he's got the poor man's shield and his brown boots already, feeling a little mobile. You got to remember, in this latest 6.79 patch, he can get non-capped move speed. Shackle goes out, but it's not aimed properly. Can't land on the tree, but VES going to go down anyways. Good silence to prevent the stun. The Shackle missed, but it will not matter, as Bounty Hunter just adds a little bit of excess damage, something they didn't really need, but they get the kill, and that's what counts. Your score is 3 for 3, about 6 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. The gold graph still relatively even, along with the EXP graph. And Fizbin's been pretty much the quiet one this game so far, farming away, missing a lot of torrents. He's 18-3. I would hope to have seen him get a little more CS, though he's had a little bit of extra space. Leading the pack is the Storm Spear, 28-1. It's a little low for 6 minutes in, but you know, it is a pub. We got to forgive everyone. It's not like I can play any better. Bounty Hunter now, venturing around. He's doing a lot of moving. You know, I would ideally like to see him to get that level 6 sooner rather than later so he can track, but he's going to catch Silencer. What are you doing out there alone like that? Easy pickings for Immersion as he gets the last hit. No track, as I said before, but they will take it. 4 for 3. Now Radiant pull ahead. Peaches and Tsar asserting himself in this bottom lane. It looks like they are going to force Slark back, and VS seems to be missing in action somewhere. Oh, he took her business to the top lane here, alongside Pet Frog. Pet Frog's been second for CS. Eats a big splash right there. Will be forced to step back. Did have the leap. If it did get hairy, is going to push into that early Midas. Already has the gloves and about 1,200 in the bank, but yeah, you could say bye to that. Fizbin runs in, takes him apart right there. Splash will fly. VS on the run back. And Bounty Hunter been doing a good job roaming around right here. Yeah, I keep calling this Splash. What? Yep. Tidebringer. The Tidebringer Splash. Splash damage. You know what I'm saying here, huh? Bottom lane. Dalbybo just kind of sitting quiet as well. Noel Tasman trying to get some last hits. Rotated from the top down to the bottom. Czar getting a bit of free farm here. Top lane, a bit of rotation. Storm Spirit trying to go on Fizzband. Kunkka in a bit of trouble. The leap does miss. Doesn't matter though as they get the leap and the pull. Pet Frog, bit stutter step right there. We already have 4 Dire in this top lane. I hope they take advantage and go for a push here. Storm Spirit finally gets his level 6. That's going to make things a lot easier. Uh-oh, Silencer eats the ult. Bloodhunter's tasting. He wants to make a run in. Shackle doesn't land, but it will not matter. One more hit, and he will fall. Wind Ranger now pushes her score 3-1. As they get another kill, making it overall 6-4 games so far. Oh, pull happens here on Alexander. Going to be forced to step back. Slark steps in. The big stun. We need more rotations. Here comes Immersion. Good rotation work, but it will not be enough. Makes a move in. We'll have to step back. Still not level 6. Can't get the track and the additional move speed just yet. So back and forth we go. VS and Pet Frog hanging around in the jungle. Farming up some creeps. He's got his Midas finally on the way. Boost is available. They're not using it. That's weird, but it's okay. Kunkka with the big boat. Let's look at that again. Instant replay here. Kunkka with the ward in hand. They scout them over. The Torn and the boat will fly. VS will get destroyed. Pet Frog now puts out the ultimate and will run. Oh, a pirate's here and I gotta get out of here. Makes a run back. Doesn't have the leap just yet. Forces a step back. Torn will fly. Nice hit from the Kunkka. Catches him no problem. Would have mattered as Immersion was in the neighborhood. So, good ward placement by the Radiant Kunkka organizing. They don't know it's coming. They don't have the map sense to see Kunkka step over. Quickly dismantles him. Bottom lane. VS and Silencer. Not typically a match made in heaven, but Slark's joining him as well. Bottom lane, they're just hanging back. They're not calling for any sort of rotation just yet. You know, Bloodseeker, level 6 now, is going to want to look to use the Rupture skill a little more. They're going to need a little more assistance here. I'm going to try to go into pub thinking style here for when I cast this game. So we got 3 actions here. Guaranteed these 2. They're calling out for help. They're going to need a little bit of assistance. Are they going to hand the tower over for free? They feel confident. Meanwhile, top, they can trade the tier 1 up there. Here we go. Shackle laid out. The power shot will fly. It misses, though. And now they're going to be in a bit of trouble. There is a TP on Wind Ranger, but she doesn't have the mana to use it. Slark makes an advancement move in. Here comes Bloodseeker from behind. The rotation finally coming out from Bounty Hunter. They're going to make a hunt. They managed to take out the Silencer. Now Peaches in a bit of trouble. Gets out of there. Power shot will miss. Now Slark making a run for it. He is tracked up. Immersion stepping in. Has the extra move speed. A few more hits will do it, but the swap comes out by VS. That was kind of a swap. I don't know. Now it's the Rupture and will fall. Woo, okay, so... Alright, action continues though. Anyways, past the towers. Zar making a sidestep to the left. Storm Spirit shows up. No more mana to ball in. And now Zar will use the extra move speed to get away. Very interesting choices here. The VS makes the swap into the bottom lane, but I would have considered holding the swap, swapping the Bounty Hunter into the tower, and then stunning him after, not panicking and swapping your teammate out. He would have lived, but it's okay. Bit of an unusual action, but that's what they're going to go for. Bounty Hunter, though, happy to be level 6 now. Has that track. Going to bring in that extra gold, and I'm feeling an early snowball starting here for the Radiant. You can see the gold already swooping heavy in their favor, over 2.5k. And I would be surprised if we just continue to see a little more snowball action. I mean, Pet Frog's trying to pull it together for the rest of his team, but Faceless Void is not typically one of those popular late-game carries you see. He does have his Midas, but after he blows his load, he doesn't really have a whole lot much more to offer. He gets a lot more item dependent, rather. VS, stun in on Fizzbane, the swap back, the stun by Alexander to slow him down though. Now Storm Spirit, amplified damage. There goes a big torrent. Gonna be forced to ball straight ahead. That's not a good place to go. The Rupture will fly. Storm Spirit's gonna run to his inevitable doom, and VS now trying to juke down through the jungles. Will not be able to get away with this. There's the silence, and they will both fall to Zan, the Bloodseeker. So a bit of a misplay there. They tried to make a gank happen. The counter initiate came out by the Radiant. They just had too many in numbers. Storm Spirit should have made a run down and used the ball lightning to get more on a cliff and juke away. Instead, busted his load running straight back and was still caught out by the Rupture. Alright, there is a track on Silencer. Eats the 1, 2, 3 and will fall. Bloodseeker shows up. No Rupture yet. Has 30 more seconds. Otherwise, they probably could have got another kill on the Slark right there.
Tower is under attack.
And still, Pet Frog just farming away in the jungle. Don't worry, guys. I just need a lot more creeps, and maybe I'll be able to be a factor in this game. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Storm Spirit trying to make a move on Peaches, but Peaches gets away. Zar steps back. Has a bit more gold, 2.5k in the pocket. We'll see if he decides to save up for the Radiance. Kind of a typical pub-style build you'll see on Bloodseeker if he doesn't go into some sort of Sanjin Yasha build. Couple of Dire hanging out here. VS does have the ultimate swap ready to go. Storm Spirit looking to build into an early Linken's. Doesn't like the idea of eating too many Ruptures and Silences, so kind of a smart move there, but it's a matter of if he will be able to get that sort of farm. Meanwhile, speaking of farm, Pet Frog still moving away through the jungle, slowly faring away. Swat, swat, swat on the birds. It looks like he might have spent some gold. I'm just trying to see if he's going to pop up there. Meanwhile, woo, bottom lane, instant replay that. I don't want you guys to miss any sort of kills here. Would appear that Slark was dancing ahead. VS with the long ball stun. Zar going to be eating a little bit of damage. There goes the minus armor. Something you want to throw out earlier. Kunkka steps in with the big boat and swipes down both. Hacking and slashing away easily with a great counter initiate. Zar escapes by the skin of his teeth. Picks up the Yasha. Doesn't hurt to have that extra move speed. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit was thinking about making a move in, seeing if he can catch a very low bounty hunter. If he, or sorry, a Bloodseeker. If he stuck with it, he would have found him, but will not. End up getting the easy pickoff. Meanwhile, heads back to the mid lane. Silencer trying to find any sort of farm himself. Pretty much just has a Null Talisman to his name, and that's about it. But rotations coming in, amp damage laid out on the Storm Spirit, going to be forced to step back. He doesn't know that a Bounty Hunter's on his tail. Thinks he's just juking, goes up the hills, going to draw him there and then ball away. Ball's right down. Nice little tricky maneuvers there. Eats the splash damage from Kunkka. And now, Wind Ranger wants to take a piss break. Right in the middle of the action. Listen to that sound effect. So, alright, so what do we got here? We have a Kunkka. He's already used his Torrent. The X marks the spot is available. I don't know if he can cast it here mid-flight. You gotta remember, Silencer also has his ultimate in case they try to make a dive for it. If they dive for this tower, and the Dire are good enough about making the rotations and the TPs in, then maybe they can do a counter initiate, but the Radiant might not even pull the trigger here. I already see that Slaughter is making the step back. He doesn't want any part of it. Yasha picked up on Zar, the Bloodseeker. Meanwhile, Wind Ranger going to go into that Force Staff. No surprises there, and it obviously does assist the Bloodseeker very nicely with the Rupture, if they choose to use that kind of synergy. Meanwhile, Slardar, nothing really new to his name. Poor man's shield in the oov. I'll go ahead and throw up the item so you can get a quick look over on how it goes there. And still we continue to pause and wait for the piss. Is this Peaches in the game, the Twitch streamer? You know what? I don't know. I don't think so, to answer your question. This was a request by the Bloodseeker Zan. He did message me on Twitch and say, hey, would you mind casting my replay? It would mean so much, so I figured why not? I'll use the extra practice, and that's what we're here doing. So, and plus no real NEL games are going live at the moment, so I figure we could just do this in our own downtime, right? As you can see, Fizzban already has the Claymore. He's going to go with that typical Shadow Blade build on the Kunkka. Pause will fade. Action will come to a null, but it looks like you're already half-life, buddy. You might not want to think twice about that. Will run back indeed. Already the Kunkka just doing a really good amount of damage with the Phase Boots and the Claymore. Whoa, big damage here! Bounty Hunter making a move in, tries to get it but will not. The big silence. Here goes the stun. They want to go for immersion. They finally get it off. And he will fall. Swap back on Kunkka. Kunkka wants to man up a bit. Here comes Alexander with the big stun. The boat will miss though. But they turn it on VS, take him out easy. The Rupture laid out by the Bloodseeker, and they're going to get this Silencer, no problem. Killing spree for Zar. And Radiant walk away with a bit of a victory there as they only lose the Bounty Hunter in that Tift. So no extra track gold, but they do take it in numbers. So a couple of the Radiant a little late to the party, but it did not matter. As they managed to get the kill, Storm Spirit making a move in. You know what I do like though? I do like the Bloodseeker pickup in conjunction of going against the Storm Spirit. That silence just works so nice on him. Yeah, he'll do a lot of damage, but look, now he's crippled. Oh, she should have thrown the Shackle. Come on, Peaches, step it up and throw the Shackle, baby! Meanwhile, Slark makes the jump in. Bit of an AoEs. Alexander will miss. Doesn't get the amp off yet. There he goes. He puts it on Slark finally. And the track as well. So all about the extra invis vision here. Alexander swapped in. Stunned up. Storm Spirit trying to make a move. But that's a big boy. You can't take him down. Now VS taken apart in the side area. Storm Spirit ends up falling. The Radiant on the run right now. Slark tries to jump ahead. Will he be able to get away? He will not. Now Silencer praying for his life. Oh God, please don't kill me. Gets taken down. The boat flies for a bit of a taunt there. And 21-6 your score. And already you can tell this game is pretty much over. The Radiant have pretty much snowballed out of control. The graph continues to fly. You can look at all the recent item pickups. You can tell that Fizzbane obviously completed his Shadow Blade. They take the tier 1 as well. And there's pretty much no coming back. I mean, honestly, if Petfrog, who has been no part of this game whatsoever, nothing. You have done nothing for this game, Petfrog. Has the Midas. Only looks like he's going to build into an early Mask of Madness. But what are you going to do with no damage and very low life? This is definitely a pub stomp. You know, good for the Bloodseeker and them to get the big victory. But obviously, it's a pretty lopsided game. But you know what? It gets the chance for me to cast a lot of action, warm up my throat, and give back a little bit. I want to thank him for being such a supportive viewer. Alexander has his Vanguard. Just kind of meeting up a bit. Beefing up, getting the beef tank flowing there. Ideally not someone you want the Dire team to jump on initially and try to take down, which is what they did. Meanwhile, Bloodseeker, new Yasha, 2.1k in the bank. We might see a bit of a hustle here. Kunkka just kind of strolling through the jungle. No one really noticing him. Not really any vision. And Petfrog still playing his jungle simulator. In the meantime, take it back. Take it back. along the top lane. We saw a bit of trouble right here. Immersion, hanging on the outskirts, has a Morbid Mask of his own. I guess he's going to go into the Vlad's build. Stun! There goes the Mice Armor. Now I don't want to do anything else! Runs away, runs into the big boy Alexander. It's the track, the big crit, and immediately taken apart. Wow. VS steps in. Let's take that back again. Let's play on VS. Alright. Hey guys, Bounty Hunter, let's get him! Yeah! Well, I immediately regret my decision. Runs right back into Alexander, swaps it up. Oh boy. Why did I do that? No one nearby. VS just too much balls to handle. Immersion. Pieces out, has his Vladimir's completed. Silencer now farming out his jungle here. The key typically I like to say is when you snowball this hard out of control, you want your support, which there really is no support. I mean, no, so it is a pub, but like, look, I mean, is he gonna buy the wards? No one's buying wards. Wind Ranger is going for the mechanism after the Force Staff, but they don't see what's happening. Let's look at the vision here. Alright. This is the Dire. That's the Raid. The Raid actually have a little bit of wards. Actually, what am I saying? They have one set of ward right here. They do see a little bit in the jungle, but I don't know. They got a D-ward as well. You want to be able to take control of the whole map. You don't even want that Faceless Void even moving into the jungle to get anything. Silencer pretty beefy, you know. Nail Talesman and some brown shoes. Ready to go. VS. 2 sticks. Ah! Get away from me! Steps. Makes a run away. Pet Frog, still farming away, is going to go for Mask of Madness. I just kind of want to, like, the thing is when you're Pet Frog and you're a Faceless Void at 20 minutes in, and you have a severe speed attack build that does 87 damage per hit, when you compare that to the serious damage that these guys are all laying down, what do? Well, the lowest life on the Radiant team right now is the Wind Ranger. 1k life. Right? Alright, so what do? You try to jump in and isolate her and go for it. Well, she pretty much has your life. So, you're going to get torn apart. This is going to be rough. Slark, he's got 1.6k. Wow, what is happening? A little carelessness here in the top lane as Storm Spirit. Wow, immediately destroyed. There goes the track. Tries to leap out. They just make moves on him, and the rest of the team is mid lane, so... This is pretty much a destruction. Radiant team running away with this game, 23-6. Bloodsinger's just happy. He's getting lots of kills here. I'm 6-1, baby. 6-1. Javelin, belt his drink. I don't even care.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Rotations by the Dire. Oh, maybe we should defend this bottom tower, guys. Let's go. Let's defend it. Come on, my name's Silence, so let's defend this. Hiya! Step away, pirate! Eat that! Yeah, get away. Swapper! Nope, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and start role-playing what I think the Dire team is thinking of when they go here. Yeah, we held this strong. Tier 2 held strong. Pirate, though, he's like, ah, fuck these guys. Throws out the boat. Here we come, motherfuckers! Yeah! Oh, the big stop by Pet Frog. No, step away! Eat my fucking broomstick. Oh no, but he does end up falling here. Pet Frog's like, I'm out of here. I did what I had to do. Yeah, thanks. You're welcome for the carry, Dire. Meanwhile, Fizzbane actually taken down by the Silencer. Here comes Storm Spirit making a step in. Peaches? Woo! Is he gonna get away? Yes, he will. Heals up the Wind Run. Able to help him out. Wow. Oh, and Emergent steps back in and just rips apart the Silencer. Here we go, Immersion pops out the track, 1-2. Yeah, good to know you, Silencer. Quickly taken apart and taken out. Yeah, eat my broomstick, considering the fact that Faceless Void, he's got the attack speed. He'll hit him hard. When you consider 90 damage is hard. I mean, he's not going to be able to take anyone down with this combo. It's pretty unfortunate. I want to say that they're countered pretty hard. I mean, they can't invis. I mean, Slark has that new buff where there's no detection. But, like, I don't know. They have this track. They have Slardar. He's not getting away. No real deeps for the team, unfortunately. Silencer looking to build into some power treads finally. Does get the power treads on cue. Meanwhile, Fizzbane, happy to have a Shadow Blade. Already has a Broadsword. Going to build right into the crit. We're going to go hard, baby. Fizzbane hanging nearby. He's thinking about to call on the ship. There goes the Taunt. You're going to turn the corner. Are you going to call the boat, buddy? Nope, will not. Instead, hits him with a bit of splash damage. Runs right back. And begins to rummage through the jungle. Uh-oh, VS runs into the wrong neighborhood, needs to get back. Here comes a very fast... Do you see that fast? That Bloodseeker ran to the fight. He's like, oh shit, someone's low. Bolts right in. Doom. Gets 3 more hits, we'll take him out. Meanwhile, the rest of Dire's still hanging nearby. I don't know why. Leaps away. Radiant. Gonna hurry around for some kills. There we go. Big Rupture. Catch on the Slardar. Takes him out. No problem. And that's already 2 down for the Dire team. Your score 27-8. Will they go for the tower, or are we just going to get some more kills here? Alright, big ult. Here's my time to shine. Whoa. Yeah, you like that bubble? I'm out of here. What the hell was that? Pet Frog blows the ultimate on nothing. I don't know, maybe he's trying to freeze his team out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're going to peck away at the tower. No one really defending. It's time to sit in the fountain and rethink what the hell we did in this game. Well, what did we contribute? Well, nothing. Alright, everyone. So, do we fight this one out? Do we say? I think VS is like, I'm pretty much done with this game. And now the Radiant just kind of sweep through the mid lane. So, not a close game for my first viewer-requested replay. Pretty much a pub stomp. But, you know what? If you want... if that's what you want, then sure, why not, right? You want me to cast this pub stomp? I'm here. Let's cast a pub stomp. Alexander, Hyperstone, looking to build that probably into a Solkyrios. Go more utility Slardar. Not really necessary anymore as Immersion lays out the track and the one hit on VS. VS is like, ow, what was that? I gotta go. Swaps the Stark to get into the base safely. Here comes the big boat. Pet Frog, their only hope, quickly taken down. Now they're making a run back. Sar will end up falling to the Storm Spirit. Immersion trying to man fight it out. Will be forced to step back. There goes the leash. They pop the dust. And now quick pull in, and Dire get a double kill of their own in Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit, between a couple items here, has the Perseverance and also potentially the very early makings of an Orchid. Quick pull. Storm Spirit now in a world of hurt. Fakes the hit, gets it once, but he has no mana. There goes the X. Will he run back in and get the hit? They should. Pull back. One more hit. And Wind Ranger secures the kill with the Shackles. Could have saved it for the Silencer, but that's okay. Lets the Silencer go instead. Hell yeah, you have a better game. Alright, so maybe I'll check that one out for the next time I do a viewer request replay. Absolutely. Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Now faceless with the Crystallis. Gotta have to hit those DPSs hard, right? Alright, why not? Mechanism completed on Peaches. And Slardar still working his way towards that Solkyrios. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Immersion smells the weak antelope of Vengeful Spirit running away. Immersion wants to hit, gets it once. There goes the track. Now he has the move speed. He's going to continue to swat away. One more hit will come. Plus has the Shuriken. We'll take a couple more hits. There's the stun finally. Quick fly in, baited in by the VS. Ultimate redemption. Alright. VS very nicely times it out. Gets the stun in the base. And Storm Spirit shows up with the ball lightning. And ha ha! In your face! That probably felt so good after his struggle in the early game. And now Radiant will go ahead and just do the Roche. It's not like there's any vision there, but Storm Spirit, I'm gonna be S4 or one of those guys, and I'm gonna try to sweep through and get it. Oh, nope. Instead, I'm gonna run to a world of hurt. The Rupture flies off, but the ball does avoid. Is swapped back with the X marks the spot. Torrens flies. One more hit, and Storm Spirit will fall. Not sure what he was doing, running around right there. Silencer hanging nearby. He has no life though. Don't know what he's thinking. Just fucking end the game. Pretty bitter. And now Roche will end. Cranium Basher, or sorry, Skull Basher now picked up by the Bloodseeker. Pretty smart pickup. Extra DPS, if you will. I would have liked him to see a little, you know, hyper move speed build this game, considering the fact that it is pretty much a stomp.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
VS running back into the bait, trying to complete a mechanism of her own. But the Radiant should pretty much end this one. Meanwhile, Petfrog continuing to play his own game. Farms away in the top lane. Does have the TP scroll. I don't know how they can make something happen. The synergy is kind of unique with their team. Do they swap someone out and then go freeze the rest of the team? Do they swap into a Chronosphere? I mean, it's just a bit unusual. Here we go. Big ult rupture. Not going to be able to commit the quick TP out of there. VS gets away. Boat lands in. Silencer is popped. Silencer making a run back. The quick ball in by Storm Spirit. He misses the first time. Now the Chronosphere. Trying to use the additional damage from the towers to take them both out. They're sweeping away on Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter forced to step back, but they're turning it right back on him, and the DPS is just too much. It's a quickly shut down the Faceless Void and continue to shut down the rest of the Dire team. 1, 2, bada boom. Slark stepping back. Ball lightning in and out. Czar cleans him up, gets the triple kill. And now Alexander having a man fight in the jungle, and Czar hitting like a truck. Takes out the Storm Spirit. Ultra kill in hand, and now they continue to push down the mid. Buyback by Storm Spirit, swaps in, has no mana, and will regretfully fall. And finishes up with a rampage on Czar. And now that will pretty much be the conclusion of this game. There's guaranteed no comeback. 37-13. The gold is at 15k. The dieback. The dieback was so good. Let's watch that dieback one more time. We're gonna do a dieback here. Alright, I got this shit, boys. Let's go. Pull in. Oh, shit! Runs right back to the fountain. I didn't like what I saw right there. Oh, yeah, jump in. I'll get you guys. Haha, zip, zoop, bada boot. Running back out. Making a move in. I got ya! Here we go. I want Alexander. Alexander's mine. Haha, wait, what the fuck is this? You stunned me? You cut me down? Oh! Oh, you're gonna hurt me like that, huh? You're gonna make hurt on the Storm Spirit like that? You make a fuck on me? Makes a jump in. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Where's my mana? I got no mana. Shackle me up. Stun me up. Make fuck on me. And now I die. What was that? So that was pretty much the dieback of this game. As the Radiant just put an end on this. Call it quits.
Middle tower has fallen.
And I'll chalk this up when we do Kotlguy casts a pub. Why is this game still so long? There's really that much time left in this game?
Middle barracks are under attack.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. Alexander, he's finished his Assault Curios. Daedalus picked up by the Kunkka.
Barracks are under attack.
And Radiant, it would appear, are just trying to soak their time, giving a Dire every little hope they can. And, oh well, I guess we'll just watch the Radiant a little bit. Feed away a couple of kills and try to give a little more life back to the Dire. I don't think it's going to be enough. But we'll just roll with the punches. I made a commitment to cast this game, and I'm going to complete it. Petfrog. Now going for straight up damage. Demon Edge. Who cares about survivability, right? I don't care if they can lock me down and stun me. Going 2 times the speed. I might have to here soon. Let's see here. What time? Alright, we're going to cast a 2 times speed here, running into the jungle. Here's Immersion. He's scouting things out in the top lane, and also the Kunkka going to make a run through the jungle. Has to be careful in the top lane. Petfrog lays out the ultimate. They've been doing a lot of damage here on Immersion. Immersion taking a lot of damage. Swaps back and forth, but with the Kunkka shows up, they take him out rather quickly here. Now the Radiant sitting strong, with 1 down on the Dire side. Running through the jungle. Now makes a Shadow Blade in. They still have the tier 2. They got to take it out quickly, and here they go. 1-2, bada boom. They take out the tier 2 and enhances their gold. And look at the XP graph right here, as well as the gold. You can see it's about 15k in the bank. Making a move in. Here we go. VS trying to make a pushback. Dire holding strong here. They want to hold the heel. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're going to scavenge things out. Just kind of hanging around. They want to get some extra kills here. Now they're making the focus on the mid lane. Here we go. Storm Spirit gets back in the base. Kunkka lets out a little bit of damage. Quick jump in by Slark. Thwarts him back, and they're going to go for a split push. Meanwhile, top lane, Silencer will fall in the mid lane. They're moving back and forth. The swap happened, but nothing could come of it. Pet Frog ready to go. 10 more seconds. Still he has his ultimate to make something happen. And now swatting away. Here we go. The big jump in. Slark does a bit of damage. The bow flies. It does not land. BKB popped out by the Bounty Hunter. Now making a move on VS. VS swapped up. Track Gold will come in, and now Storm Spirit makes a run, and he is hit one last time and will end up falling. Double kill for Immersion right here. Aegis is forced to pop. Big ultimate by Pet Frog. He's doing a bit of damage on Immersion. Immersion gets away. Big stun by Alexander. Bloodseeker steps in, rips the rest of them apart. Bow flies to the base. Will not land on anyone. Slark hanging around in the base. They know they're forced to pretty much give this one up as the Radiant step back. Consider the idea of maybe getting the racks finally. Do so. And now they're going to continue to swat away at the base. Being able to take 2 towers, but here comes Source Spirit zipping in, zipping out. Slark steps in, trying to go for the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker silences himself and makes him step back. So just kind of dilly-dallying through the base here. Eats a bit. There goes the Victorn. Flies out of the base right here. Immersion. On a mega kill streak. Buyback by Slark. They're still trying to defend this. I don't know what is taking so long. Swoops in by the Frog. Gets a double kill. Oh yeah, big time for the Dire team to get right back into the fight. Meanwhile, Immersion quickly rips apart the Slark like no problem. Pet Frog gets a triple kill of his own. I didn't quite see it, so we'll go ahead and roll back right here so we can see how he got this kill. Making a run. Down. Quick leap in. Now going to town. Swatting at the Bloodseeker. Gets a big bounty in 746 gold. And now we'll step back. Immersion crosses path but will not engage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pet Frog swatting away has the Daedalus. And 2.1k in the bank. Will he save for the buyback or just kind of go guns a-blazing and get more damage? VS completes the mechanism. Silencer getting something going. I'm not too sure what. And now we're going to wait even longer. Still in 2 times speed. Still 2 teams. Not fighting. 45 to 17. Gold is 30k for the Radiant. This one's over if you want to end it. They don't want to end it. They want to farm away. They want to move in. They're going to wait for Roche. Roche won't be there. Not yet, buddy. Bounty Hunter DCs. What is happening? Now back in the game. There we go. Roche is back. Let's take Roche now. Yay! Roche. Farming away really hard. No threat whatsoever. Now a leap in by Storm Spirit about 5 minutes later. Will not matter. I wish I was Dendi. But I'm not. No space anyway, man. Alright, and finally the Radiant. Let's see if they push the base. Nope. Slardar. I want to push up top, guys. I don't care if the mid is exposed, and we can easily take it. Fizzbane's going to feed over a free kill right there. Here comes Pet Frog. Pops the ultimate, manages to make him spend the Aegis, and now Bloodseeker going to be on the run out of there. He probably could have turned and easily taken out the Slark, but he will not do so now. Making a turn on the Storm Spirit as Wind Ranger steps in to help along with the Bounty Hunter. They swipe down, take out the VS, zips in, zips out by the Storm Spirit. All the meanwhile, Slardar hanging around the top lane. He doesn't want to push it in this game. He wants to farm. Mid lane now, they continue to wreak havoc on the Dire. Dire getting torn apart left and right as the Bloodseeker manages to take 2 more down. And running around the fountain we go. And still, Alexander farming away in the top lane. I want farm and I want it right now. Storm Spirit making a run, dashing through the jungle. There he is, tracked up. Slark shot down. 1-2, bada boom, falls. I don't know why I like to say that 1-2, bada boom phrase so much. It's just kind of my flavor of the week, I guess.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now finally, the creeps. All the creeps are like, hey, we want to end this game. This is bullshit. And they're swapping away at the fountain. No cares. The team, they want to do pub style. They're going for the kills. And now they're all taken apart. Okay, it's over. 5-man wipe. They'll take out the base. This one will finally end. I want to thank you guys for having the patience, and we got to enjoy this pub style game. For one of our cool viewers out there who requested I do this, I'm happy to do it for you. It was a nice, interesting experience. Let me warm up the mouth a little bit and the throat, talking so fast. We're going to go ahead and stop that right there. Let's get a little music jam in here. Let's get some music jamming. Oh yeah. Come on. No, I don't need matches. I was just kind of taking some requests. Yes? I'm gonna restart the stream real quick.